Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a video on here in a hot minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right back into videos on this channel, and we are going to do a monthly favorites. Now I know I'm about a week behind, but this is gonna be my March favorites because I had so many things in the month of March that I absolutely loved. So we're going to jump into that, and I'm going to start you guys off with something a little more unconventional because it's something I started doing in March and I am loving it. Like, loving it with every part of who I am and my whole being. And it's something I never thought I would be capable of doing, and I have found that I'm super good at it without even knowing I was super good at it. And that is gardening. I actually brought this in only because everything else now is in larger pots, finally being brought outdoors. So this is all like their little starter, the two buckets that we started with. So we have one little green one and a red one, and these were the little things that we started the pots in just for collecting any kind of runoff, which these are vented on the bottom. And so I'm going to go through and tell you about kind of some of the things we're growing. Two of the items that we have are trees, and they are in extremely large pots outside, like planter pots. They started off in like kind of medium, smaller sized ones that are really easy to move about. However, the trees definitely grew much quicker than I expected in the month of March, and they got to the point where they were much heavier. They were top heavy, so it was causing the buckets to get tipped over in any kind of small gust of wind. So they are officially now in very large tree pots that they can stay in permanently from here forward, unless I want to put them in the ground. I doubt I'll put them in the ground unless we have to move away from here. Then we'll probably plant them if I have to kind of leave or I'm not gonna be around to tend to them anymore, which I don't think is gonna happen for quite some time. And the two trees are a lemon tree and an orange tree. The other thing we did is tomatoes. So I ended up getting a thing of beefsteak tomatoes. So I'm going to hopefully have some very large, delicious tomatoes for putting on, you know, sandwiches, for putting on burgers, for slicing up for tacos, you know, stuff like that. As also for making homemade salsa, which is where we're gonna come to my next ingredients. So we also end up getting a thing of basil because I use basil quite a bit when I'm doing other dishes. So I would like to have just basil on hand. Now for the salsa, so we have our tomatoes, and so I went out and I decided I'm gonna also grow some sweet Spanish yellow Utah jumbo onion. So I'm really happy with this, you guys. For one, they smell, the seeds are super weird, but they smell amazing. So there's that one. The other thing we also decided to make is cilantro, because you can't make salsa without cilantro. I mean, seriously, hello? So I also got cilantro, and that one is already starting to sprout very well. And then of course, jalapeno peppers. So we're growing, as all these are ripped open, so I have them folded, but jalapeno peppers, and these ones are starting to bud up now, just recently. So they have another couple weeks indoors in their smaller pots, and then we have to move them outdoors into a raised planter bed, which is what I've been working on. I am loving gardening. I'm loving doing the vegetables and the fruits. Something about it is super relaxing, and so for the whole month of March, I have been working on my trees and my herbs that I've been growing, and I flippin' love it, you guys. Absolutely love it. Okay, so we're gonna go to a whole nother direction now. We're gonna go ahead and go into some makeup. I have finally started genuinely taking an interest in makeup, really working on wearing makeup more often. The one thing I did eliminate after using for like the first week or so of March, I wanted to give it a go and see how it went, and I learned very, very quickly that a lot of skin problems come from wearing skin makeup. So foundation and concealer, stuff like that. I've never had skin issues, ever, ever, ever. I've never had, knock on wood, breakouts or big like skin blemishes, any of that. I've been super lucky in that department. However, after wearing foundation stuff for a week, I noticed that I had some massive breakouts. I ended up with a large breakout across my chin and a large breakout across this area of my face here. And as soon as I stopped using it, within 3 to 4 days, everything cleared up and I didn't have that issue anymore. And yes, I was washing my skin. I was definitely sticking with the routine that I've always used, which is to clean everything off at night. I do that anyway, even though I don't wear foundation. And so successfully, after not wearing anything on my skin, foundation wise, my skin cleared up within a few days and I haven't had any other issues. So I stick with just, you know, the basic kind of stuff. No more foundation to clog my pores. But stuff I have learned that I really, really, really love. So I use Ipsy. I know I've done some Ipsy videos on here before. And one of the things you can get with Ipsy is if you earn points for reviewing your glam bags. And so one of the report words that I ended up picking out was from Wet n Wild, and it's called Precious Petals, and it is a highlighting powder. And let me just tell you, first of all, let me just open this. Look at the color of this. Like, I can't even explain to you how gorgeous this is. Like, I have been tearing this up all through the month of March. I wear this, of course, as the highlighter, and I don't know if you can really see it very well on here, but I absolutely am in love with this. So this gets used a lot, and I'm surprised that it hasn't made too much of a dent, though. The first part of the leaf, so to speak, is finally starting to go flat. But an absolute joy to have picked this out. And I earned it using just points from doing my glam bag reviews. And so I was very pleasantly surprised that it is a full size. It's a full size powder. Like, I thought it was going to be like a little sample size, but it is a full size. Yes. So if you guys want to do Ipsy, you should. It's $10 a month. This is not sponsored. I just absolutely love the stuff that I get, and you can customize it. So definitely go check them out. Okay, so one of the other things I've been using, this I've been using for a long time. I've actually had several of these, and I finally got to the almond cream, and this is a lip scrub from Beauty Treats. And I ordered these off of, what do you call it, Amazon. And I ordered this and it came in a pack of 4. And so I finally, oh, the smell of this, I'm not even kidding you guys. So I've definitely dented into this really well. All of March, I use this every single day. Like, I know that says you're only supposed to use this a couple of days out of the week, but I use it every single day. And here's the reason why. I get very, like, I have chronically chapped lips. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. They get very horrible, and I'm always putting on lip balm and chapstick, and half the time I can't even wear lipstick because my lips would be so bad with being chapped. And so I have found that if I use this every night before bed and I do a really good lip scrub every single night, I have noticed that I haven't had chapped lips for probably 3 weeks now. And it's because I have been doing this nightly. Like, part of my nightly routine is to scrub my lips. And I'm pleasantly surprised about that. So a definite big plus. Okay, let's keep with the lip routine here, and something I got in my glam bag in the month of March, and I am in love with it. And it is from Tarte, and it's called Tarteist Lip Paint in the color Rose. And it's this little sample size. I'll definitely have these on some close-ups. But this is Tarte's, like I said, Tarteist Lip Paint. It's lip paint. So it goes on nice and moist, and then it dries into a very matte color. And once it's dried, it's on. Like, it is not coming off. You are going to be scrubbing at your lips for quite some time to get this removed. I actually did a swatch of this on my hand, and it actually took me having to use one of my little scrubs to get it off of my hand because it had dried there and it had stayed put. So it definitely is a stay put lipstick or lip paint. And so I've been using this, but in conjunction with this is from Tarte. I've also added another thing from Tarte, which is called Tarte Wonder, and that's the color is Wonder, and it is LipSurgence Lip Cream, and this is amazing, by the way. So it's got this little pencil style thing here, and it's kind of a very rosy kind of color. And so I take this, after this is in place and it's dried, I take this right over the top, and I kind of do like just a center, like middle lining of it, and then work it together. And this way it doesn't come across as too over the top of the rose. I want the rose to be the definite color. And I just give this just a slight pinkier look to it. And then to gloss it up a little bit, I have been using Trust Fund Beauty. And this is Method to the Madness. And this is just your Lipgasm lip gloss from Trust Fund Beauty. And so these 3 pieces I have been using all month, and this is almost completely empty. These have been like my go-to color. It looks very neutral, very like, you know, just, it's a very mellow, neutral toned color, and I really, really enjoy that. And so let's jump into something with my skincare, and this is something I use every single night. And it goes in conjunction with another item, but every single night I do my face cleansing, and then I put on, and I've showed you this before, this is also from Tarte. This is so not sponsored, but Tarte, if you'd like to work with me, I'd be more than happy. I am absolutely in love with your products. So the macro oil, macro oil is something I've been using for a while. I actually got this through one of my Ipsy bags as well, and I have been using this nightly. Like every single night. I know you should, like it says, yeah, you can apply it nightly on here. And you just put a couple of drops and then you pat it into the skin. And I use it around my eyes, mostly around the eyes, because I get really oily through my nose and my cheekbones. And so I try to avoid those areas where I already have a lot of oil, and right here across my forehead. But I do right around my eyes, I do through the jawline and down my neck. And I've noticed a significant improvement in how amazing my skin feels, and how it always just feels so vibrant and soft and young. To add to the skin treatment, this is another thing that I ended up ordering with my Ipsy bag for the month of March. And this came in, and the other one, like I said, this was also another gift through Ipsy. This one I got in February, but I used a little bit here and there, but March is when I started using it. So this one came in my March Ipsy bag, and it's called Believe by Celnique, and it's called Off With Those Heads. And like I said, I'll have some close-ups for you guys with this stuff. And this is literally made to eat blackheads. Like, it is so amazing. I have been using this. I've always had an issue with the blackheads that I get on my nose and on my chin. And I don't get breakouts. So don't get me wrong, I never get breakouts, but you can definitely see the pores are like not the best looking. So with this, I have noticed I have no more black dots. Like there's no more of these little black dots anywhere. And I noticed that my pores have shrunken in size. They used to be so large that when I put any other makeup on, it just looked really bad. And I don't have large open pores anymore, which is huge for me because I've always had problems with that. Like I've always had really large looking pores, and this has seemed to be taking a lot of that junk out of my skin. And I don't know, I've been being complimented very recently on how clear my skin looks, that it looks so clean and clear. And I'm going to attribute all of that to this right here, because I just started having my daughter use it as well, and I will be ordering a full size one of these to allow her to have use of it as well. It is amazing, and if you're a female or even guys, I would say guys definitely could use this. It just eats away all that junk in your skin. You don't have to do anything except rub it in and then wash your face in the morning like your regular routine. So a definite should get. All right, now, like I said, I learned a lot about makeup throughout this past month. And one of the things that I did when I was younger was wear blue mascara. And I don't know why I geared away from it. I think it's just because it wasn't the in trend anymore and people just didn't do it. Today I am wearing blue mascara. And if you can't tell how brightly lit my eyes are right now, my blue eyes are seriously popping out on the screen right now because of this mascara. And this is from CoverGirl. This is the Katy Perry Blue Mascara. And all I can tell you with this is some serious blue, like for real. I love it. I bought it on a whim to say, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go and I'm gonna see how I like it. And I put it on and I was thrilled at how amazing it made my eyes look. I was like, why did I ever steer away from this? I went straight into, like, when I hit my 20s, I went into wearing just black mascara and eyeliner, and that was it. And that's all I ever wore on my face because I didn't understand all the other ins and outs of makeup. And I'm back to using blue mascara again. And I think I'm gonna be sticking with this for quite some time unless I find another color that makes my eyes pop just as beautifully. So that's that. So let's go into one of my favorite games I've been playing. I have been playing this game for a really long time and I just started picking it up again. And that is Dragon City. You can't even see that. So Dragon City, which I need to collect everything again. I am now at level 59. I'm almost level 60. And I own almost every single island. I got 2 more islands to finish purchasing now that they have like added more islands. So we are now at, I own island number 10 now at this time, and there's 2 more, so 12 islands altogether. And it is so overrun with dragons at this point, I don't even have space in any more of my little dragon habitats. So I'm at the max dragons I can have right now at this time. Pretty funny. And then, my favorite show. Let's go into my favorite show. And the month of March, I already watched the series, but I ended up going back and rewatching it again. And I'm glad I did because I missed so much the first time around. I don't even know how I missed so much information the first time. But I'm a huge fan of BBC television. Like, for some reason, it's just got a huge draw for me. And I've been watching it on Netflix a lot. And that is Broadchurch. I watched it all the way through from start to finish again, and I love the series. I know that there's a new series out in the UK right now. It started running, and we won't get it for a little while, so I have to just wait, and I'm kind of bummed about that. So there's that. And there will be something that is really big right now in the month of April that is going to be in my favorites for April. I'm not going to name it yet, but it will be in my favorites because it came out in April. Just saying. But Broadchurch, definite TV show. And music. Now, I know if you guys have been following for a while, those of you that have, you all know that I'm a huge Christina Grimmie fan. And in the month of March, her song, Invisible, was released. And I blast that song through our stereo of our car. Everywhere I go, I have it set to play on repeat on my phone whenever I'm out. It is such a huge, meaningful song. Like, to me anyway, it has so much deep meaning that I think everybody should definitely give it a listen. Even if you don't purchase it, at least go and listen to it on her channel, which is Christina Grimmie YouTube channel. It's Christina Grimmie / Zelda X Love 64 if you guys want to go check her out. Now, my top favorite thing for the month of March is something I purchased in March, and it's something I've been wanting to purchase for a while. And I don't know why I hadn't gotten it earlier, but I definitely wanted one. And we go camping a lot out here, and you just want to be able to feel secure and safe. And so this may offend some people, but for me, being that we do go out and we do spend a lot of time out on the river, a lot of time around where coyotes are and where some of the wildlife is just not scared of you, you have to be really, really cautious. And so this is my baby. So I ended up getting this. This is a Cricket rifle, and it is only a 1-shot. It does not fire any more than 1 round at a time. So it's a single load. You cannot fire it more than once. You put a bullet in, you fire it, and then you got to reload it. So one, it's meant for children, by the way. This is meant for like a first starter gun. But I wanted something that I could just have 1 round in, ready to go. It scares off anything that comes near the camp. And so we didn't need anything with a whole bunch of rounds in it. And it's really lightweight, and it's a 22. And so it is a Cricket, and it is registered, just so anybody is aware. But yes, so this is the one that I purchased, and I absolutely love it. It also has a safety mechanism here, which I will actually show you how that is. So if you pull this back, and now the chamber is open, then this piece here gets pushed in, and now it's locked. Like, this thing is locked in place. There's a key that opens that. You can't close the bolt. So even if a round was sitting in here, you couldn't fire this gun because this bolt won't close due to the lock being in place. So the lock is now locked, and I'm the only one with the key for it. And you can't, like I said, you can definitely not close this and use the round. So as you can see, it is open. There's no way to place, you can't even place a bullet in there because the safety pin is in the place of where the bullet would sit. So I like the fact that that has that. I keep that set at all times here next to my bed. And my kids, of course, are they're adults, so they're not gonna be in here messing with anything. And they also are very savvy about guns and gun smart. I've been very big about teaching them that. I have always owned a pistol, but I've always really, really wanted a rifle. And now I do have a .22 rifle for when we're out, and it makes me feel so much better that I can take this with me and we can go camping and go fishing and get out and have fun and not worry about anything bothering us. So I think that's it, you guys. That's my month of March favorites. And guys, I'm serious, not even kidding. Look at the color of my eyes. Ah, I love this mascara, and my hair is growing like by loads, you guys, by loads. So anywho, this is gonna be a super long video, and I'm totally sorry about that. As well as I'm going to be putting in some close-ups of these things so you guys can see each one individually. I hope that everybody has had an amazing, amazing month of March and going into the month of April. I hope everybody's enjoying things. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again next month for another monthly favorites. Bye.